Hello, I'm Andrew Pritchard. Thank you for watching today's Canada Regional Forecast, brought to you by Nutrien Ag Solutions. So we'll start off looking at the Week 1 precipitation anomalies from the GFS Ensemble model. So this is for the next week, May 10th through May 17th. And we do see a drier pattern overall when we look at the Canadian Prairie region here. Not fully dry, but drier than average. But then we shift to Week 2, so now May 17th through May 24th. And we do introduce some wetter risks, kind of at least for the southern portions of the Canadian Prairie region, and then of course extending all the way down into the central U.S., where things are really going to be ramping up. But some of that making its way into the southern Prairie region here during the Week 2 period here again, so May 17th through May 24th. So we look at the temperature anomalies here for the next 5 days, so through May 15th, and we do see a warmer bias overall, at least near average to warmer than average, depending on where you're at across the Canadian Prairie region. If we look at days 6 through 10, so May 16th through the 20th, we still see the warmer risks, at least south here across Alberta and then the southern portions of Saskatchewan, maybe some cooler risks off to the north, and that includes much of Manitoba into the northern portions of Saskatchewan, and then of course warmth extending all the way down into the central and the northern United States. The reason for that is this big ridge over Western Canada as it slowly begins to kind of shrink in size, but move off to the south and to the east. That's going to allow those warmer temperatures to spread into this region over the next few days. Now we'll also be watching this trough, this area of low pressure off to the north here, as that kind of holds on and keeps systems kind of swinging through, pinwheeling around that. That's what's going to keep things, drier overall thanks to the ridge, but not completely dry thanks to this trough above here, kind of bringing through little clipper-like systems with light rain chances over the next 5 to 10 days. We'll put this into motion. There you see that ridge kind of sink, but you continue to see the pinwheeling around this upper level low with little systems kind of dragging fronts through the region and keeping those at least light precipitation chances across this region. We can see that when played out the precipitation loop, precipitation type loop from the European long-range model here over the next 5 to 10 days or so. And this is where you kind of see those light systems tracking through the area. We do see a hint of a more organized storm system swinging through the region rapidly towards the end of next week across this region. Here you see it Thursday, Friday, there it goes. And we'll kind of step through time with this just to time it out. But there's a lot of uncertainty surrounding what happens mid to late next week, so we won't put too much detail into that. Let me take my drawing off here. As we start Friday morning, heading into Friday afternoon, we're seeing light precipitation chances across this region here, mostly across Saskatchewan. This low begins to drop into the United States as we get into Saturday evening and Sunday. Seeing another little weak system tracking through this region here during the day on Sunday, bringing some light rain to northern Alberta, parts of Saskatchewan, maybe some light snow across far northern Saskatchewan and northern Manitoba. As we get into Monday afternoon, seeing light rain chances now across southern Alberta, seeing this storm system across northern Manitoba, bringing some rain and snow, cold rain and cold snow. Front kind of extending back behind there, going to keep light precipitation chances across the northern regions as well on Monday. Getting into Tuesday now, drying out a little bit, but you see not completely dry, still isolated chances for showers. Getting into Wednesday, we're seeing that low develop now across southern Alberta. There is uncertainty here. So again, we'll check back in with this Monday and Tuesday, but this is what it looks like right now. That low then begins to move off to the east, tracking through Saskatchewan and Manitoba Wednesday night into Thursday, and then quickly getting out of here. But as we get to the back half of next week, we start to shift towards a pattern that's really going to favor the development of storm systems over the central United States, perhaps seeing the tornado and severe weather season across the central U.S. ramping up the last half of May. And that's going to keep at least southern Alberta, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan in play for some of this rain and thunderstorm activity as we get into, again, late next week into the back half of May. We look at snowfall total, not really tracking many snow chances across the region here, except for northern portions of Saskatchewan and Manitoba. Maybe seeing some snow sneak through the region Monday and Tuesday across this region, and then maybe some light snow across the Front Range here in Alberta. But overall, looking at a pretty snow-free next 5 days or so. We'll take a look at total precipitation. This is just going to get us through Monday again. Seeing the mostly scattered nature here, maybe a few swaths of heavier precipitation across southern Alberta getting into early next week, and then that same thing with that system in the front kind of across northern portions of Alberta, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan. But generally speaking, looking at scattered light precipitation amounts, generally around a tenth to a half of an inch here over the next 5 days. We'll take a zoomed in look here, looking at Alberta. Again, seeing maybe as we get into Monday that core of some heavier rain, but that is quite a narrow swath, and it's about 5 days out, so I wouldn't put too much credence into the exact location of that one. And then seeing the chances for some light precipitation across the north as we go through Monday afternoon. High temperature forecasts here Friday in the mid-teens across much of Alberta, cooler off to the northeast. Sunday high temperatures warmer still, around 20 to the low 20s across a big chunk of Alberta. Your Monday high temperatures, and now your Sunday, I apologize. This is, let me jump back here. So Saturday high temperatures, Sunday, look at that real warm, mid-20s across southern Alberta on Sunday. Monday cooling off slightly, and then Tuesday still keeping mid to upper teens and play across a lot of Alberta. Total precipitation for the next 5 days across Saskatchewan and Manitoba. Again, scattered nature here, talking about 5 to 10 millimeters here, right around a half of an inch. Maybe some heavier precipitation off to the north. Some places perhaps even staying totally dry for the next 5 days. It's just going to be just that, scattered chances for some light to moderate rain over the next 5 days. Some will get rain, some will not over the next 5 days. Your high temperature forecast for Friday across Saskatchewan and Manitoba, a bit of a disheveled look here with mid-teens extending up into northern regions here, some cooler temperatures across central Saskatchewan. Saturday high temperatures, Sunday cooler now off to the north, warmer to the south. Monday high temps, and Tuesday high temperatures. Same story here with a kind of a dividing line with a frontal boundary across this region with cooler temperatures in the single digits off to the north and then warmer in the upper teens to near 20 off to the south. As always, Eric Snodgrass will have an in-depth look at the evolution of the next 1 to 2 weeks in our Monday morning ag forecast video, and I'll have your next Canada regional update for you midday on Tuesday. Have a great weekend.